Sniper Wolf just doxed me on her IG. Creepy, gross, violating. What you do is disgusting. You steal content and stalk YouTubers. At YouTube, demonetize this dangerous creator or just get her off your platform. She posted an IG story right outside our home and deleted it.
It's all fun and games until you fall in.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Tom Dark channel. I'm your host, Tom Dark, and today, we're talking about Sniper Wolf again. Perhaps the dumbest female on YouTube of all time, period T, okay? And that's the T, sis. Okay, this girl is genuinely one of the stupidest people I've ever seen on YouTube. Like, for a while I thought, like, maybe evil mastermind, maybe 4D chess, maybe there was actually something else going on under the hood, but I see now, there's no doubt in my mind, that she has about one chromosome amongst her entire brain, okay? You know how, like, lobsters have, like, 100,000 neurons? She probably has, like, one. Yeah, she's dumb. As you all know, there's been a lot of drama lately over React content, controversy over the ethics of reacting to a video in full on stream and then re-uploading that to YouTube, like what XQC does. It's been a big point of contention in the community among a lot of commentary channels. Obviously, I had a conversation with XQC on Destiny's stream about this, which was, you know, had its funny moments, but he really didn't like me in that moment. He was pretty frustrated. And I think a lot of people especially have a problem with what XQC does, not just because he reacts, not just because he re-uploads the full, you know, video to YouTube, but because he barely says anything at all.
No, yeah. I'm happy for that, but I seen some of these documentaries. I ain't believe none of that. Hey, the game government ain't no getting no one in the mass sample, no give my 3D.
I have no idea what the f you're saying right now.
Which is why Mudahar has been raging at him. And honestly, like, fair enough. The content is pretty trash. I think XQC knows that. He's just basically subsisting off of it because his audience likes it. He has no reason to change, really, because, you know, obviously there's an audience for that content. And unless people start DMCAing him en masse, which I don't think they will, he's going to be allowed to operate, like, basically unhindered. Why the f would he stop, okay? The audience is there. Because he's a good person? You're asking a Twitch streamer to be a good person? Are you fucking retarded? But the most recent development within that situation with XQC that I covered recently was Lemino released a video effectively claiming that XQC lied about reaching out to him for permission to react to his videos. And Lemino makes amazing videos, so obviously, like, people are going to be pissed if somebody lied about getting permission to react to his, like, hard work, right? And that made XQC look like a complete piece of shit for lying. But I guess we don't have the confirmation he lied officially. I don't think he ever will address it. I don't think he has up until this point. Well, anyway, with all that aside, a big part of the React drama from the start was the situation with SS Sniper Wolf. I've covered her abysmal content a few times on my channel already. I think even before Jax Films did, like, a year and a half ago, I was reacting to her stuff being like, this is abject trash, right? But ultimately, I would probably shy away from YouTube doing anything about it because I don't want them to step in like any situation. I'd rather it be like a community thing. If she uses your content, you know, DMCA her, right? Like, you can do that. But the concern a lot of people would have would be that when you DMCA someone, right, when you copyright strike them, basically you have to fill out your full legal information, including your address, because it's a legal form. And why would that be a problem? Like, most YouTubers are not crazy. They're not going to post your address. They're not going to go to your house. Well, Sniper Wolf is not most YouTubers. And now people are worried about the fact that she may go to someone else's house because she went to Jax Films' house. But backing up a little bit, Sniper Wolf just makes content where she sits on YouTube, she reacts to TikToks, and by reacts, I mean she just repeats what happens in those very TikToks. It's not very good. I would assume that mostly children watch it, or like 50-year-old men who haven't figured out what porn is yet, and so as a result, they're just stuck watching Sniper Wolf. Listen, guys, just go to X videos, okay?
You don't need her.
Listen, Sniper Wolf is just not...
She ain't all that, fool, okay? She ain't all that. You ain't need that, fool. You ain't need that trouble.
What the f*** is wrong with me? Obviously, Jax Films has been a big proponent of, you know, fair use of making sure to transform content since the early days of YouTube. Back in 2015, he was one of the people who were going on a big crusade against creators like Jinx. Jinx was like the original Sniper Wolf, when instead of being a white girl, he was a black man who would sit down in front of his computer and he would react to videos in full, and once in a while he'd go, "Ah!
Uh-huh.
Ha ha ha. No way." He would just say that. He wouldn't really have any real reaction.
Alright, y'all ready? Let's go.
At the end, he would have like one or two sentences, you know, and that was it. And he coasted off of that, and people liked it. But after a while, people got sick of it. They stopped watching. He, I think, lost motivation. His channel died. The most recent thing I heard was there was some woman that iDubbbz talked to who was saying that iDubbbz needs to pay like reparations to Jinx for his video on him, which is like the funniest, most epic thing of all time.
The way they're black people's platforms that you brought down, bring some black people's platforms up. You know what I mean? Or help. And listen, in some respect, I will consider your presence here, you taking the step in to getting on the black side of the internet. But I do think that is a way you can concretely do something. Like, take a look at the privated videos or whatever videos it is where you targeted whatever content creators and look and see how much did that make, or what was this, and like sit down and try to like piece by piece, what can we do about this? How can we reach out to these folk? And I think that can that shows some kind of material step, you know, like, you know what, I acknowledging that it's not just that you built your platform off of, you know, some bigoted content, because that's not innately the problem. It's that you also destroyed Black platforms.
Like, I couldn't dream of a funnier thing to put in a skit, and like, this is something that someone in real life thinks is like fucking real. Like, what is wrong with people? And I'd have just sat there. He was like,
yeah, man, you know, that definitely makes sense.
like, what is wrong with you, bro?
And so I think that's where a good place for you to kind of move forward. And that was an idea I wanted to bring to you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think that's a good idea.
Anyway, basically Jack hated Sniper Wolf's content, bottom line, and you know, you can't really blame him. That being said, I don't agree with the fact that he was like trying to get YouTube to like drop her or something, or like, you know, get involved. Now I'm more sympathetic to that position. So the other day, Jack's Films tweeted out this. He tweeted out this big tweet. It currently has 100,000 likes. Sorry, 100,000 is way off. It has almost 300,000 likes. It says, Sniper Wolf just doxed me on her Instagram, and here in this picture, we can see a picture of Sniper Wolf. It's clearly the top half of her head. It says, should I go visit at Jack's Films? He lives 5 minutes away from my shoot. And at first when I saw this, I was like, okay, this could be a joke. It's not that serious, right? But then she posted another tweet of her outside of his house, like literally there, which I thought was crazy, right? Like, put aside all morality, put aside all, you know, let's say like ban worthiness or whatever, you know, YouTube TOS, but she's not even on YouTube. Put away all of it, okay? Put away all those notions. How dumb do you have to be as a 15 million? Is it 15 million? How many subscribers does she actually have? Let me find this out, okay? Research Tom time. She has 34.2 million subscribers. How dumb do you have to be to think that it's a good idea to post a picture of this guy's house on Instagram to your millions of followers? Are you fucking stupid? Are you fucking retarded?
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb?
The answer, of course, is yes, she is, and that's why she decided to do it, because she's a dumbass. She has no brain cells, okay? I'm sorry, Sniper Wolf, if you're watching this, listen, I know you're a big fan of the content. I just gotta lay it out there. I think you should do something else, okay? I think you should let someone else think for you, probably. Here's Jack calling for her to be demonetized, and the only reservation I have about that is that she didn't do this on YouTube, right? She did it on Instagram, and I don't think that, you know, people should be banned for stuff they do on other platforms unless it's illegal, which, by the way, doxing, big misconception, is not illegal unless you do it with the intent of causing harm to that person, and that's extremely hard to prove, right? It's technically not illegal to post someone's personal information unless you hacked it, unless you encourage people to go to their house and like harm them physically. It's not illegal. It's straight up not. There was this one guy, I think it was Pegasus. You guys know Pegasus. Was at on Twitter as Mythic Horse. He's like a commentary YouTuber. And he tweeted out, he was like, she's going to jail. And I just responded and I was like, no, she's not. Which, I mean, whether you agree with that or not, like, you can think what you want, but she's just not going to go to jail. That's not going to happen. There's no way they're going to lock her up for an Instagram story. That being said, if YouTube were to demonetize her, I wouldn't feel bad for her. I would disagree with the decision just because, you know, once again, what she did was not on YouTube. It was on Instagram. I think, you know, if anything, she should be banned from Instagram because of what she did. As far as YouTube, I think it's you know, it's a completely different website. I don't think that we should be enforcing a standard where YouTube needs to ban people for stuff they do off platform unless it's definitively criminal and they're like victimizing, you know, a young fan or something like that, right? Which in this case, she's not. She's victimizing another YouTuber. Jack has every right to be mad. I just don't disagree with the fact that she should be banned from YouTube for this or lose her monetization, right? That being said, she is straight up retarded, and I would not be surprised if that happened. As dark as I think that precedent may be, I would not be surprised at all if she got banned, and I wouldn't really feel bad for her because she is who she is, right? Now, Jack says, she literally posted a video of the outside of our house for all of her 5.6 million followers to see, then deleted it. In what universe do you think that's okay? What reality do you live in where you think this behavior is justified? It's time to get her off the platform. She's no longer a silly creator that steals content, teehee. She's a creep that stalks and threatens her critics. Nah, that, time to get her off YouTube. I've been told YouTube takes this stuff seriously. I've been told this is like a big deal to them, and I've been told that there's a chance that she could be banned, but I have not seen literally any indication that that this will result in her being banned. Now, she did post one thing to her story. I believe she said something to the effect of, I literally didn't dox him. I just said I would go to his house. I don't even know what doxing is. I think she did say that. And there was another post she made kind of mocking them, where she made this tweet with this other reaction girl, or like OnlyFans girl, I think. It's her on the left side and some other girl on the right side, and it says, "We show up to your house, what are you doing?" Kind of making fun of it. Then basically this other girl got called out, right? This guy called the Real Sully G tweets out, "In addition to reaching out to YouTube, be sure to report at Wafi for this behavior. Based on her actions, it's clear that she is heading down a dangerous path and will no doubt cause serious issues going forward." And then we have this girl saying, "Suck my nuts." And okay, Tom the TV here is saying, "Jax Films lawyers are going to have a field day in court thanks to these responses from Sniper Wolf and her sister." I didn't know this is her sister, but I'm going to be real, this is not going to court, okay? There's nothing actionable here, okay? Unless Sniper Wolf decides to do something where she explicitly calls for harm, nothing's going to happen. That's why Kiwi Farms is still legally protected. That's why you can legally, unfortunately, you can legally dox someone, and that is how it is, okay? Now, there's also people talking about all of Sniper Wolf's past controversies. Magical Gamers, or Todney's tweets on Twitter, says, "Remember Sniper Wolf ghosted a child cancer patient who was a fan of her and decided to go to a restaurant on the day she was supposed to meet the kid." That is kind of evil, okay? Just don't agree to that in the first place if you don't want to visit the kid with cancer. You can't do that. And this has been a story on YouTube for years that people have been talking about. I'm curious if Sniper Wolf will respond to this now, but I think she's kind of enemy number one in the YouTube community, right? Like, literally nobody wants to hear anything from her right now, other than, you know, seeing her get kicked off of the platform, right? Now, Boblex tweeted out, it says, "According to YouTube, Sniper Wolf should be removed from monetization on her videos." I don't know why they haven't done that. And here he's showing the protect the community part of the TOS. He highlighted this one line. It says, "Participating in abuse or violence, demonstrating cruelty, or participating in fraudulent or deceptive behavior that leads to real-world harm." Now, as far as real-world harm, you could maybe argue that it's real-world harm what she's doing, right? But as far as YouTube, I mean, this isn't specifically outlined in the TOS, right? I don't think it is. Actually, no, there definitely is some shit about doxing in the TOS. Hold on. YouTube TOS personal information. I gotta check this, because that line that Boblex showed is definitely not good, okay? That is not a clear instance of her violating TOS. YouTube community guidelines. That's what we need. Okay, so YouTube does have something in TOS about protecting your identity, and it basically says if someone posted your personal information or uploaded a video of you without your knowledge, including in private or sensitive circumstances, ask the uploader to remove the content. So that personal information in question would be Jack's address, but once again, the problem with this is that Sniper Wolf didn't even do it on YouTube. She did it on Instagram, it's on another platform, and so from that perspective, YouTube is probably going to shy away from trying to ban her for that. There are cases where they ban people for cross-platform stuff, like when they banned Nelk back in the day because during the lockdowns, they refused to wear masks and were partying, and basically YouTube said, okay, you're demonetized for that. But in general, this doesn't really happen that often, and considering it hasn't happened yet, I would guess it's straight up just not going to happen, right? I would guess we're not going to see any sort of consequence for Sniper Wolf from YouTube. Is that completely fair? Maybe not, but that is how it is. Now, Comment Cop ended up posting this meme that got 30,000 likes. Congrats to Comment Cop for blowing the F up. We're going to watch this real quick. Hopefully this will be some good content. Hopefully this will be fire.
I take it too far all the time, if you know what I mean.
Hold on, hold on.
What's up with the sexual innuendos? I forgot her entire content was like literally baiting men into getting hard.
Stop, what's going on?
Hold on.
Go look at the general.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
Pause? Yeah, pause. This is like...
Oh, he was literally on live stream when this happened.
Yeah, hold on.
This is T.
Is she like trying to dox you right now?
I don't know, but that's
That,
really
like,
scary.
yeah, that's
not good.
really sketchy. That's like
That's
extremely,
so
like...
sketchy.
No.
How would she know
that?
though?
How the f does she know where we live? Leave me alone.
You know, I feel even worse for Jack now that I have to see this video because this just sucks. Yeah, this does suck, man.
I'm sorry.
She's
What's up with the
Oh, no,
music,
right now,
Comment
Jack.
Cop?
Shut up.
She's literally outside your house.
Oh wow! So you can see in this video, there's a censored picture. You can see her saying, "Let's talk like adults" at Jack's Films. Yeah, I mean, this whole defense from her that she just wanted to talk is obviously fake. Like, you know, it's retarded. I don't think that that's. I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that's right. I don't think that we should be going to YouTubers' houses. Jed Neptune ended up tweeting out, "Y'all are pussy. Sniper Wolf is just a hood bitch, talk shit and get slid on. Haha, come out, Jack's Films, fucking idiot. Bro, I wish she'd show up to my house."
She got that dog in her.
She pulled up on some JFK Jack Films killer shit, but he didn't want the smoke. That's true. He did not want the smoke. Although I don't really blame him for not wanting that smoke, to be completely honest with you. Now, Boogie2988 also made a video about this. He just uploaded this video about the Sniper Wolf doxing situation. It's decent to cover, actually. He brings up the whole Christina Grimmie thing from a few years ago, which is an interesting point. Basically, what happened is a few years ago, there was this YouTuber named Christina Grimmie. She was pretty famous, and she had a stalker. And that stalker ended up going to her in real life and shooting her. She very sadly passed away from that. Basically, Sniper Wolf brings this up, and basically Boogie brings this up as a point against her. Not to say that she would do some, you know, crazy incel stuff, crazy crazy Elliot Rodgers stuff and like camp outside of his house. But, you know, if one of her crazy fans gets any ideas, they may do something bad. And, you know, in that case, that definitely would be that real world harm that YouTube talks about in the TOS. We're going to play a clip right here, Boogie talking about it.
I feel like this goes without saying, but no, you should not show up to a YouTuber's house for any reason.
Obviously, I mean, Boogie's got his own perspective because of the Frank Hassel stuff, and that's why he's talking about this.
Whether you are a fan, whether you just want to leave him a gift or a present, or especially because of stupid internet beef. Sniper Wolf said she just wanted to have a conversation with Jack about this stuff, but here's the thing. There's so many better ways to initiate a conversation. Reach out to that creator personally. If they don't respond, hire a lawyer to reach out to them. We know for a fact Sniper Wolf did not do any of this stuff and decided to instead confront Jack in his own home, and that's not a thing you should be doing. But in a world where content creators have been stalked by people, content creators like Christina Grimmie have been killed by people, it is especially heinous to broadcast the location of a content creator's home to 5.5 million people.
You know, man, I think it's just time to accept that Sniper Wolf is just f***ing dumb. I don't think there's any way around it. Like, there's no debating it. There's no getting around it here. She's just a really stupid person. I wish she wasn't. But, you know, she certainly does have that hood shit in her these days. She's going off a little crazy, right? We got this 4chan post that says, gets criticized once, doxes someone. Bro, Sniper Wolf is going off a little bit, bro, okay? Sniper Wolf is a little unhinged these days. She's getting in it. She's getting crazy. She's getting wild. She's getting buck wild, I would say. And you know what? I do feel bad for Jack. But not gonna lie, the drama's pretty entertaining. You can't deny that. The drama's been pretty crazy, and I'm curious to see where it goes. Once again, at this point, considering YouTube hasn't done anything yet, I doubt they're going to. But I think it's the weekend as of me recording, so they're also out of the office. So maybe when they get in, they'll end up banning her. Maybe by the time this video comes out, she'll end up getting banned, man. And now all these people are memeing it. Like Opera GX says, Sniper Wolf inspired my latest story. Says, should we go to Edge offices? They're 5 minutes away from my shoot. Hashtag docs. They're kind of trolling a little bit. You've got Oompaville coming out saying he's smoking on that Sniper Wolf pack. And honestly, if Sniper Wolf's goal was to make her look good in this situation or improve her standing whatsoever, she definitely did not manage to do that, man. She definitely did not manage to accomplish that. You know, optically, I think the only way that she would win this is if she made herself look like the bigger person by just not responding to Jack. Because at this point, I mean, you say what you want, you know, about Jack being right, but it is a little obsessive, right? He's made like 70 parody videos about her, a bunch of normal videos about her, but now she's crossed the line and she's undoubtedly officially in the territory of being the lesser person, right? Now, there's also this there's this really funny text that I guess Sniper Wolf put out, which, dude, she's on some other shit, okay? Most people don't realize this about Sniper Wolf. She's not on that beta shit. She's on that alpha shit over here, okay? Apparently he leaked a text. I mean, I assume this is a text from her or from one of her friends, and it's a text saying 400 videos online shitting on someone but wanting to talk IRL goes too far. Modern men are actually a joke. Oh, so this isn't even, wait, she posted this. Okay, I'm betting either Sniper Wolf said this or one of her, like her sister said this or something. She's basically just calling him a beta male, which is really crazy. Satchel says, isn't victim blaming on the bingo card? At least she's back on the predictable behavior. Look, man, I think end of the day, Sniper Wolf definitely lost this battle short term. I don't know how it's going to play out in the long term. I would predict if she keeps doing stuff like this is her one get out of jail free card. If she does this again, if she does it on YouTube, then they're definitely going to take action. But for now, I think she's probably going to get away with it scot-free, just based on the fact they haven't done anything yet. Anyway, that's about all I've got to say. Be sure to leave a like if you like the video, leave a dislike if you disliked it, leave a comment down below with your thoughts. Just, you know, let me know how you feel about my take, and I'll see you all later. Bye.
I mean, I'm fucking gay.
And if you liked this video, consider becoming a member. For $5 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts, unreleased videos, and the members-only Minecraft server. Thanks so much to all of my YouTube members who fund my content.